What one metric makes a man most undateable? It's question number 3. I like this question, and I want to know the answer to it.
You want to know the answer. You're curious.
I am very curious.
I don't know. For me, definitely if I meet a guy and he's like wicked fucking cocky about himself, it's like, no thanks.
Okay, so being cocky.
It's like I feel like some guys try to really, really impress a girl right off the bat by saying things that they want that woman would typically want to hear, but not necessarily. Like you don't want to hear like them like immediately talking about like how much they bench right off the
True,
right off the
yeah,
rip.
yeah,
Or like
yeah.
how much money they're making. Like I've met a guy before and immediately he's like, I make so and so, like I make 6 figures a year, blah blah blah, like right off the bat. Like no one wants to hear that.
Well, that's a filter I talk about with girls. They hate expectation and they love tension, and what that really means is they hate obviousness and they love subtleness. So, like he's being obvious that he wants you to know that he makes 6 figures and he's high status, and
Because clearly he knows that like women want that.
Yeah, and if
So
he
he's,
was
like,
more
immediately
subtle,
just, like...
if he was more subtle, then he would just talk about things that are around that subject.
Yeah, like basically like what he
Like-
does for a living, not how much he makes.
Or he'd just complain about something and it'd probably cost a lot of money, whatever the problem was. And you'd be like, oh, well, if he's fixing that, then wow, must have a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like girls like subtleness, they hate obviousness. And the reason why I classify the filter as expectation and tension is because that's really what it comes down to. Like expectation is, let's say there's 2 guys at a bar, right? One guy's creepy, he's across the room staring at a girl. He's got like foam and drool coming out of his mouth, like wants her really badly.
I couldn't help but notice you look a lot like my next girlfriend.
He expects her to want him. He wants her. He expects her to want him. There's a lot of distance between them.
You have fantastic eyes.
Tension is more like you're at a bar, you're ordering a drink, you back up, you bump into a guy, and he's like, oh, I'm ordering a drink. What are you ordering? You start talking. There's 0 distance between you. There's a lot of tension. You also don't know what he's expecting. So that's why I say expecting. Because you know what the drooling guy's expecting.
Yeah.
He's expecting sex.
I think 100%.
The guy ordering a drink, you have no idea. And that's what really gets you.
It does.
You're like,
What's his intentions here?
am I going to see him in 10 minutes? Like, is this all the conversation we're going to ever have? Am I going to lose him?
It's a pleasure to have met you, Sarah Milas.
Grey Goose Martini from the gentleman who just left.
I mean, yeah, that's 100% happened before.
Yeah, so-
Never to be heard or talked about or seen again.
yeah, and that's what gets you.
It's a mystery. We love it.
But isn't there some level of cockiness that you like?
Yeah, for sure. I like confidence in men, but not overconfidence.
So it's a dance.
Yeah.
You got to tiptoe, boys.
Walk on those eggshells.
Yeah. Walk
It's
that
a
line.